Leo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-May 2025. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Leo. I have a feeling Cosmo just ate a stink bug. I'm just not gonna go there. Okay. She gets herself in all sorts of troubles. But the overall energy for the reading, the Page of Cups. All right, pretty light energy, kind of trying to take it easy, take it, one day at a time type of a thing. As far as your energy is concerned in approaching a particular situation you may be going through. Starting off the reading, you get the King of Swords crossed by the Four of Pentacles. Definitely made up your mind about something. Not only did you make up your mind, I feel like you're really stubborn about it too. Now, I don't know what we're talking about, but it does look like an energy of determination there. In your focus, the Six of Swords, pulling away from something or someone, a situation, kind of just distancing yourself slowly but surely. Not sure if it's intentional or not, but it's happening. In the recent past, the Tower, the shit hit the fan here, was something that may have led to your conclusion about something and your distancing. In your strength, the Seven of Swords. Oh my God, all of this reading is just saying, yeah, taking one more step backwards, one more step backwards, one more. Okay. So definitely distancing yourself here. In the immediate future, the Moon, crickets. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like, what? Crickets or secrets? Or both? We shall see. In supporting this reading, the Four of Cups. You're upset about something. You're upset, potentially disappointed. Why do I get the feeling that this talks about you? You're upset about something that has to do with you. You're upset with yourself, basically. I don't know. We'll see. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Five of Cups. It's almost like she's licking her mouth a lot, and she does this and like shaking her head, and she does a weird noise when she does that. And I took her mouth and smelled it, and it smells like a stink bug just did something. And I saw her chasing a stink bug. I just couldn't get there in time to stop her and then the stink bug disappeared, and then she started. So she looks okay, but did she eat the stink bug? I don't know. Anyways, think of it as a floating cloud around you, right? This Five of Cups energy, and it's something unresolved. It's something that needs healing, needs your attention, and it's there, but it's not being touched for some reason. It's just kind of floating around you at this moment in time. It's been there, but because you're not looking in its direction and addressing it at this time, it's almost like you're pretending it's not there. So it's an unresolved energy that needs your attention. And again, I feel like it's there, but you pretend that it's not. Okay. In the hopes and fears, the Six of Pentacles. That's an equal give and take type of an energy. That's when things look balanced, good, everything's good there. Okay. I don't think you're hoping for that to happen here. Maybe you are. Because it's too big of an energy of you having your back turned to this, basically. So at this point in time, I'm not sure if with your back turned, you're still hoping for something. to give, you know. I don't know. In the potential outcome, the Page of Pentacles, there's a massive lesson coming your way over whatever the fuck is going on here. It's one of those that hits you like a train, like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to get out of this, you know, type of a deal. Okay, let's clarify. Hold on, Juno kind of took things and shifted them. Excuse me. All right. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. For the Page of Cups, you get the Emperor. Keep your tail over there, please. You get the Emperor, the Ace of Wands, the Five of Wands. This is an energy that moves towards you, and you are interacting with it, at least energetically, if not physically too. It's a little bit of a conflicting energy. It's a nice energy in the exchange that's happening here between you and whoever this is. But it's conflicting that it's happening. It's like, it's not about the why now or anything like that. It's just, it feels like you can't really be 100% available for this, even though you may want to, but you can't because you're caught up with whatever's going on here. So it's a nice energy exchange there. Let's do the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Lovers. Okay, you made up your mind about what it is that you want. When I see that, that usually tells me that at the same time, you're making up your mind about what it is that you don't want, or what it is that doesn't match that. So when it comes to partnership, you're very clear about what it is that you want. And I feel like, I'm not sure if you're actively pursuing that. I don't think so. I think this is more coming in to inform me that as you know what you want, you also know what you don't want. Okay. For the Four of Pentacles, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Magician. And not only did you make up your mind about what it is that you want, especially out of a partnership, you're also starting to manifest that. So to energetically call it in. Okay. And it's the universe heard you. It's sending it your way. It's like, it's coming. It's coming. Taking very small steps, but it's coming. Okay. Let's do the Six of Swords in your focus. The Six of Wands, the Justice card, the Ace of Swords. See, from an energetic perspective, I kind of see you already distancing yourself from something. From a physical perspective, I see the action lacking. If I feel like I'm being pulled away from something, physically, eventually, I would do something about that too, to inform the energy that I'm pulling away from that, hey, I'm going that way. That is lacking a little bit. But it's coming. You're giving me a sense of, I can't wait, you know, for that to come. The physical to manifest itself here. For the Tower in the recent past, you get the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. You've been shut down. What the hell happened here? Because I don't know what the fuck happened, but whenever this happened, you automatically shut down emotionally to this. No. Come on, this way. That way, good girl. You flip the switch automatically, like based on whatever. At some point in time, you're like off, you know, especially emotionally. Okay. And I see attempts to bring that back up, you know, the emotional openness to this, but I don't think it happened. I don't know, because I still see you pulling back from this. For the Seven of Swords in your strength, the Ten of Wands, the Sun, the Seven of Cups. while you, again, initially energetically pull away from this, you're looking for ways in which you can connect with the energy of happiness, whatever those ways are, no matter how small they are, you know. So you might start doing small things for yourself that make you happy, or you might try. Pretty cool energy. But I also see that it's very, very hard to connect with those things. Okay. Let's do the moon. Let's see what this secretive, crickety energy is. For the moon, you get the Empress, the High Priestess, the World card. There's a massive cycle that has to do with your heart that's closing off right now. Think of it as if your heart has been through all sorts of experiences and cycles throughout your life, you know, with relationship with friends, relationship with lovers, with family situations, all sorts of things. And it kind of handled things in a certain way, or you did from the angle of your heart. There's one of probably the biggest cycles for your heart that's closing off right now. So that means that whatever this experience is probably contributing to that ending of the cycle for your heart, which means that when you enter the new cycle of your heart, you might feel things in a very different way than you have ever before. So this experience of you having your back turned to that contributes to this ending of the cycle. It almost feels like the cherry on top for that cycle. Once this experience is completed, I think that's when the cycle ends. But this cycle didn't start with this experience. You know what I mean? It started way before this experience. Okay. Let's do the Four of Cups in the supportive energies. The Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Tower. That's how you're upset with yourself, because you're like, well, it could just be so easy, right? I just cut this off and I'm on my way and good to go. Why the fuck am I complicating things and I'm not making it that easy? So you're upset with yourself that you're not, you know, harsh here and just slamming that door behind you, and that's that. Okay, yeah, there is that option, of course. There's a reason you're not doing it that way, you know? Or if you've ever had the tendency to do it in that way, I don't think you went through with it completely because the situation is still here. But you don't like that version of yourself. You're kind of pointing to it as being upset that you're not doing it that way, but then again, you're not doing it that way because you don't like that version of things. I think you're not doing it because, as I said, I think there's a big ass lesson that needs to be learned from here. And also, who the hell knows what or how this contributes to that ending of that cycle that's kind of playing out at a very, very deep level for you. You know, so it's not just, oh, we're talking about this experience and things are going south and that's what's happening here. It's bigger than that. That's why this cycle is, not the cycle, this experience is kind of pacing along and not allowing you to just cut it off. Goodbye. Let's do the Five of Cups in the hidden energies. The Nine of Cups, the Hangman, the Ten of Cups. There's a nostalgic type of an energy here that comes through as, you know, I used to be happy. So that's good. That you're recognizing that there was happiness at some point in your life. That means it's still there. You just don't have access to it right now. But But then again, it's like the frequency of your heart is shifting or something. So even if you, or when you're wrapping this up and potentially jumping again into an energy of happiness for yourself, you're not going to feel it in the same way anyway. But this kind of looks back, like nostalgic over the fact that there was happiness, that you truly felt happiness internally and then externally. I'm not sure if you're kind of pointing towards a particular situation in which you were happy, or just to you personally that you felt that happiness and you miss it or something. Let's do the Six of Pentacles. In your hopes and fears, excuse me. The Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the King of Wands. But you have this conviction that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to play out in the way that it should, and it's going to be okay. You just don't know when. But you know that not right now. You're giving me a sense of recognizing that this is quite a slow process, especially for you, for a fire sign. It's quite slow, I'm not going to lie. But you're coming through with this, like you're convinced that everything's going to play out just fine. You know, it's going to be okay. Okay, well, that's good. Let's do the Page of Pentacles in your potential outcome. The Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, this is subtle. This is things that you need to be working on and you have resistance towards. That's going to change drastically for you. In the sense of, I think you're going to have less resistance. I think for the most part, what this is trying, and that's the lesson you're going to need to be learning from here. Like when you see something is not right for you, try to jump at it and deal with it in the moment instead of letting it extend and, you know, I'll deal with it later, or being like, I know that's there, but I don't really, you know, and then eventually you're gonna have to, because it's your energy that you're gonna have to deal with. But something is shifting over there in your resistance towards dealing with things as they show up, especially tough things that you're gonna need to look at. Because again, up until this point, maybe you threw them on the back burner there. Maybe you're like, I'll deal with this a little later because right now I'm not up for it. And, you know, finding excuses, which we all do generally. You know, it's not specific to you because you're a Leo or anything. But that right there, you're going to find quite the shifting energy towards that. Maybe you'll recognize your resistance to things and you'll be able to work easier with that. Maybe you'll jump into things directly instead of letting them extend towards bigger problems, or, you know. Okay. So that's the shift that you might experience through dealing with this situation. One of them, but a pretty big one, I would say. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Ten of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit. I love this energy because while you're kind of complaining that this is difficult, you're also acknowledging that it's part of the process. So you're very much aware that you are experiencing quite the process here. I think you're disliking the fact that you're kind of dragging your feet through it, that it's so slow, thus the heaviness of it. But at the same time acknowledging that it's just part of the process. It is what it is. It's part of my healing, part of my growth. So yeah, kind of nice. Let's do the Wild Soul Oracle. The Boar, Bravery. Okay. Alrighty, the boar, a symbol of courage, strength, and fearlessness, represents the warrior spirit within us all. Known for its fierce nature and ability to face threats head on, The board teaches the power of bravery and standing your ground. This card suggests that you may need to summon your courage to face a challenge or defend your position. The board reminds you that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the determination to act despite it. Summon your courage and face your challenges head on. Bravery will help you overcome fear and achieve your goals. Questions. Where do I need to show more bravery? Am I being too reckless or confrontational? How can I balance courage with wisdom? Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.